Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. There are new developments in the case of the man accused of breaking into Governor Josh Shapiro's mansion in Harrisburg and setting a fire last spring. According to court records, Cody Balmer has waived his preliminary hearing to October 3rd. He's facing charges that include burglary, terrorism, and attempted homicide in connection with the April 13th attack at Governor Shapiro's residence. Since that incident, additional security measures have been added at the property, including installing a new fence. Balmer remains behind bars at the SCI Camp Hill in Cumberland County. Police say a bizarre scene unfolded in Wilkes-Barre Sunday night after a man climbed on top of a fire truck. It happened around 7:30 p.m. in the 100 block of Wood Street in Wilkes-Barre when crews originally responded to a call about an unresponsive man. Officials say 36-year-old Junior Batista Rivas managed to get onto the roof of a fire truck, damaging equipment in the process, danced, and then exposed himself. He was taken into custody and is now facing charges including disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, and related offenses. The Butler Township Police made an arrest around 12 o'clock a.m. last night following a break-in to the Fritzinger Town Senior Living community. According to authorities, Zane Brobst, age 35, of Drums, intruded a private apartment, then assaulted its female resident, leaving her with serious injuries. Brobst then reportedly broke into 3 more rooms, knocking down a staff member in the process, then eventually getting barricaded in the laundry room until the police arrived. According to the police, Brobst showed symptoms of strong drug impairment. The incident resulted in 2 people getting hurt, with a female resident getting transferred to Lehigh Valley Hospital in Allentown. Zane Brobst has been charged with aggravated assault, burglary, criminal trespass, and other related offenses. He was taken to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility, unable to post the $30,000 bail. A man was charged from a fatal car crash that took place in Wilkes-Barre Township. Officials say that Zachary Vincent Thede Lavara of Nanticoke was driving under the influence from a tavern in Scranton, where he later crashed on an exit ramp of Interstate 81, killing his friend, Adam Nicholas Shaw, on August 23rd. Both the Wilkes-Barre Township and Pennsylvania State Police arrived at the scene, where Lavara claimed Shaw was the driver of the vehicle. According to the criminal complaint, investigators say that footage from outside Scranton Tavern showed Lavara getting into the driver's side of the vehicle before the crash. They also said the driver's side seatbelt was buckled and the passenger side was unbuckled, where they were going 78 miles per hour at the time of the crash, where Shaw was pronounced dead at the scene. Lavara was charged by state police on Friday with homicide by vehicle while driving under the influence, false report to law enforcement to incriminate another, and 3 traffic violations. He was remained jailed Tuesday at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility for a lack of $150,000. Residents of Sugarloaf Township spent more than 3 hours last week pressing for answers about a proposed data center project. The township's new solicitor, Michael Crotty, explained that much of the fight will take place at the state level with the Public Utilities Commission. Still, he plans to draft an ordinance with restrictions and guidelines for data centers. Many residents said they want a stronger role in shaping that ordinance. The supervisors have not scheduled another dedicated meeting. Instead, the draft will be introduced at a regular session, where the public can react before any vote is taken. While no plans have been formally submitted to the township, court filings show LBT Investment Group of Chicago intends to build 6 massive data centers on 185 acres, along with substations, access driveways, and stormwater basins along Tom Hagen Road. Crotty told residents that Pennsylvania law makes it difficult to ban data centers outright, so stopping it would be challenging. The next Sugarloaf Township Supervisors meeting is scheduled for September 15th at 6:30 p.m. at the Municipal Building. The Powerball is quickly approaching $1.3 billion, one of the largest payouts in the game's history. With nobody hitting for the big jackpot, some were lucky to win millions throughout the country. Tickets sold in New York, California, Florida, and a pair in New Jersey have hit for $1 million, while a ticket in each Montana and North Carolina were hit for $2 million. Monday's drawings had an estimated value of $1.2 billion, or a cash payout worth $544.1 million. Monday marked the 40th drawing without a winner since a ticket was last won in California on May 31st of this year. The $1.3 billion would be the 5th highest payout in the game's history, just shy of last year's $1.326 billion. The upfront payout if someone were to win the $1.3 billion would be about $589 million. Coming up on WYLN News, Wilkes-Barre authorities are on a serious lookout. Plus, Rob Bresnahan has announced the Fair Wage Act. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A woman is wanted by the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department. Wanted on pending charges, Jennifer Ann Durkin is described as a white female with a height of 5 feet 6 inches and weighing 135 pounds. The police recommend no attempts to approach or apprehend Durkin. Anyone with information on Durkin's whereabouts is asked to call 911 or privately message the department on Facebook, where tips are guaranteed to remain anonymous. On August 21st, 2 men committed retail theft at the Old Navy located in the Arena Hub Plaza and walked out with $1,639.75 worth of items. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police are asking for help identifying the 2 men seen in the picture. If you recognize either of them, please contact the Wilkes-Barre Township Police by calling 570-208-4635, extension 439, or contact by emailing batsell at twp.wilkesbarre.pa.u, or by messaging their Facebook page. Firefighters from Berwick, Salem Township, and Mifflin Township responded to a call for a garage and camper fire at 141 Foundryville Road in Foundryville on Monday evening. The fire started due to embers from the homeowner Jim Whiteknight burning weeds earlier in the day. Whiteknight said he was unaware of the fire until his neighbor ran to his window yelling for him. In an effort to put it out, he dragged his garden hose over to the flames, but it was too late. By the time firefighters arrived at the scene, the fire took over the garage and was spreading to the camper parked next to it, according to Howie Kern, the Summerhill 1st Assistant Fire Chief. They were able to put out the fire in less than 30 minutes after arriving at the house. The roof of the garage had partially collapsed. Whiteknight said that the building was insured, but the biggest loss is what was inside of it. A 1976 Ford Bronco he planned to restore as a retirement project, as well as his motorcycle and riding lawnmower. Representative Rob Bresnahan announced on Labor Day that he is co-sponsoring the Fair Wage Act, which is federal legislation that aims to raise the minimum wage to match the cost of living. The federal minimum wage has not been raised in 16 years and still stands at $7.25 per hour. The Pennsylvania minimum wage is the same amount. Sponsors of the bill say the Fair Wage Act will index the federal minimum wage to the cost of living in each region using data and statistics from the U.S. government. It will phase in a minimum floor based on 50% of the national average hourly wage and set baselines for tipped workers' wages and employees 18 and under. Bresnahan is the first to co-sponsor and says that anyone working full-time hours shouldn't struggle to put food on the table for a roof over their heads. The legislation was first introduced by Representatives Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania and Marie Gluzenkamp Perez of Washington State. Join WYLN TV 35 News for the high school football season, as the games will be broadcasted live to watch at home. Starting Friday, September 5th, the Hazleton area Cougars will be facing off against various teams in an arena made up of mild violence and grace, just like the NFL players do in the most popular sport in United States broadcasting. The first broadcasted game will be the Cougars facing the West Scranton Invaders. Feel free to even attend the home games at the Harmon Geist Memorial Field at 175 North Wyoming Street, Hazleton. The games commence every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. and will rebroadcast every Saturday and Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. The games will also be saved in the live section of the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel for those who missed the rebroadcasts. Stay tuned. Coming up on Sugarloaf's News Choice, Trooper Anthony Petrosky talks about school bus stopping laws on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Part 2 of Lansford. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to look at how a cold laser helped a chronically bad ankle to heal, and then proper chiropractic care got her back to be much stronger. So check in this week.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi everybody, it's Trooper Petrosky here, Trooper and Public Information Officer, bringing you another WYLN Trooper Talk Tuesday. Today, we're talking about back to school. I know the summer's over, back to school is upon us. Now let's talk about school bus safety because this affects everybody, whether you have children in schools or not. As long as you drive a vehicle, this affects you. We're going to be seeing these school buses in the mornings and the afternoons. So number one, plan ahead because if you're running late, getting stuck behind a school bus is not going to help you. So plan ahead, leave before if you need to, but if you come across a school bus, let's talk safety. First off, if you're behind a school bus and the yellow lights turn to red, you need to stop 10 feet away from that school bus. That is the law in Pennsylvania. That allows children getting on or off the bus a safety buffer zone between your vehicle and that school bus. Also, keep your eyes on the road at all times. Sometimes there's kids that are running late to school and they might be running across right in front of your vehicle. Watch out for children at all times. Now, I always get the question, well, what if I'm coming the other way, the opposite way of a school bus? Do I still need to stop? The answer is yes, even if it is 2-lane road and there's no barrier. If there's a concrete barrier in between your lane and the opposite lane and the school bus is on the opposite side of the road, then you don't need to stop if there's a concrete barrier in between the lanes. If there's no barrier and you're on the opposite side of the street of that school bus, you are still required to stop. This is for the children's safety, so they can load on the bus and off the bus in a safe manner. We are the licensed drivers. We are the adults. We have to make sure that they could get to and from that bus in a safe manner. So again, 10 feet behind that bus, maintain eyes on the bus at all times to ensure that kids are not crossing in front of your vehicle. And remember, even on the opposite side of the road, if there's no concrete barrier, you are still required to stop for a school bus that is stopping to load or unload children. Keep these facts in check. That's important because we need to make sure our kids are safe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you back here on another WYLN Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice This is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
In 1876, the various patch towns in the Panther Valley decided to follow through on Asa Lansford Foster's vision and merged into a single community. And as a tribute to Foster's dream, a unified borough was named Lansford in his honor. The Lehigh Coal Navigation Company remained the town's primary employer, but other businesses would soon carve their stake in the community. One of these was J.C. Bright's department store, which opened in July 1884 at the corner of East Ridge and Spring Garden Streets. It was such an immediate success that was quickly moved into a larger building further down Ridge Street. In addition to supplying residents with clothing, furniture, and appliances, Bright's also originally doubled as a Lehigh Coal Navigation Company store, where miners could purchase items on credit. Bright's was the seminal place to shop in the Panther Valley for decades, and was a keystone of Lansford's downtown up through 1976, when the store was merged with its Lehighton branch into a single store in the latter town's Carbon Plaza Mall. The combined Bright's store closed for good in March 1995. Mining, though, was still Lansford's bedrock industry, and thousands of men toiled in the mines from a young age. One of them was Thomas Kennedy, born in Lansford in 1887, who began work as a breaker boy at age 12. His father died in the mines in his teen years, which prompted Kennedy to join the United Mine Workers when he reached adulthood. He rose rapidly in the Union, becoming its District 7 president in 1910. After 15 years in this capacity, he was named the United Mine Workers' overall secretary-treasurer, a position he'd hold for the next 22 years. During that time, Kennedy reached an even higher position when he was elected Pennsylvania's lieutenant governor in 1934, becoming the first Democrat to hold that position since 1887. He served 4 years under Governor George Earle and attempted to seek the governor's office after Earle's term, but did not gain the support of Democratic bosses. Kennedy subsequently resumed his work with the United Mine Workers, and in 1960 was named to succeed the legendary John Lewis as Union president. Ill health forced Kennedy to relinquish the position after 2 years. He died in 1963, and today rests in Hazleton's St. Gabriel Cemetery. Railroads would also be a major industry in the Lansford area at the close of the 19th century, and the prominent line in Lansford at this time would be the Lehigh-New England Railroad, which had been founded in 1895 from the remnants of the previous Pennsylvania, Poughkeepsie, and Boston Railroad. Lehigh Coal Navigation took control of the line in 1904, hoping to use it to move its coal into the New England states. The Central Railroad of New Jersey also had a controlling interest in the Lehigh-New England, which would stretch south into the Lehigh Valley and east into the Poconos. Passenger service for the line ended in 1937, but coal and other freight continued to be moved on the rails until the Lehigh-New England decided to dissolve on October 31, 1961. With coal traffic on a clear decline at that time, the Railroads Board felt ending operations on their own terms rather than going bankrupt was a better business decision. The railroad's tracks would be completely torn up by the end of the decade. The Lehigh-New England's Lansford Station on Dock Street, however, would see a new life as Hill's Machine Shop for almost 40 years afterwards. It has since been purchased by Lansford Borough and is awaiting restoration. By the 1890s, trolleys were springing up in town all over the United States. Lansford was no exception to this, with the Tamaqua and Lansford Street Railway Company's founding in 1891. Backed by Lehigh Coal Navigation, which provided the power for the line, it carried its first passengers in October 1897. The original fare was a nickel for a trip to Coaldale and a dime for one to Tamaqua. Services were extended to Summit Hill in 1899 and to Mock Chunk in 1903. In 1906, it bought out the Pottsville Union Traction Company. The enlarged company, now known as Eastern Pennsylvania Railways, expanded service to Pottsville by 1908, providing a total trackage of 35 miles between Schuylkill and Carbon County seats. In addition to its regular service, the line also operated a special funeral car, number 14, which transported deceased miners to local cemeteries. Fatally injured miners could ride it for free, while those going to the hospital had the fare docked from their paychecks. Another popular stop of the trolley line was Manila Grove Park, situated on a hill above today's Route 209 in Coaldale, just west of Lansford. Opened in 1898 and named in honor of the American Navy's victory in Manila Bay in the Spanish-American War, the park had as its centerpiece a figure-8 style roller coaster that opened to guests in 1910. It also featured picnic groves, a dance hall, a soda fountain, and miscellaneous smaller rides. The rise of automobiles spelled the end of the trolley line, and service in the Lansford area ceased in 1931, with buses taking over the routes. Manila Grove Park would also close in 1931.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I am 8 years old, and tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.